Go Yard.
Hello and welcome back to another podcast. 4-0 against Juventus right now. Who got the score sheet? I kind of forgot all of a sudden. But Trevor Chalobah first half, and then Reece James, and then Callum Hudson-Odoi, and then Timo Werner off the bench as well. Perfect performance. Just what Chelsea needed. Not just in terms of confidence, even though we haven't lost in quite a while, but in terms of the Champions League topping the group, which I kind of find a bit odd, because if we do come first, watch us get PSG. And if we do come second, we could kind of play against Barcelona and Sheriff or someone else. But great Champions League night at the Bridge again. Alex, how are you feeling after that win, and how you've been?
Oh man, it's just an unbelievable feeling. Like, I've missed quite a few of the games on the weekend in terms of watching them live, because I've had some commitments at the same time. But to watch that was just, oh wow, I'm blown away. I'm speechless. It's unfathomable. The performance that we put in today is like, it just looks like
insert the clip of that interview. It's static atmosphere.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just, we played like the best team in Europe tonight, and that's plain and simple. We just gave Juventus their worst ever Champions League defeat, and their worst defeat full stop, I think, away from home since 2000. I think it's 2004 or something like that. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So, and it's proof. I mean, just the performances on the whole. I mean, Reece James put in, like, he looked like he was playing against youth teams tonight. He was bodying players left, right, centre. He got a great goal. He got a great assist. Well, no, pre-assist, to be honest, because he had a half volley for the final goal. And it was great to top it off with Timo Werner getting a goal as well. Like, I think the moment he went on, everyone was like, okay, yeah, we need that fourth goal. We need Timo to get it. And yeah, just an absolute perfect night. And like world-class performances from pretty much every single player on the pitch. So can't really complain much more. And it was a huge, like, the result mattered as well in terms of getting more than a 1-0 win. So to get 4, is mad. At the same time, I'll finish on the fact that how weird would it be if because we have to beat Zenit to come first.
Yeah.
After all that work,
I think we still have to match. We still have to match Juventus's score on the final day or something like that.
Yeah, if we just drew with Zenit on the final fixture, after all that, would be just the weird and funniest thing. But that won't happen, because these guys they have winning mentalities at the end of the day. So yeah, we're only getting started, and we played like a team that's in it to win the Champions League. And I think we're definitely going to give it a good shot. Like, we have an amazing shot for this year, for pretty much everything that we're competing in yet.
I think before the start of this, or not even before the start of the season, a few weeks into the season, I was like, okay, this year we're not going to win the Champions League, because I think PSG are quite strong, or PSG are going to win it. Putting Bayern in the mix as well, they played quite well today. And then I kind of think, oh, if we can beat that Juventus team, which, I mean, they're not the best team in Italy, or they're not playing really well, they're kind of struggling, but I honestly feel like we're right there still at the top. I mean, and we could beat anyone. Liverpool and Man City are competitors, but we don't meet them until the Champions League, at least semi-final at least. So I honestly think we could end up winning the Champions League again. I'm just going to start speaking it into existence. Amart, 4 goals. What can you ask from a Champions League night?
Yeah, I mean, like, it had everything. Like, the Cuban boys did very, very well. Chalobah, Reece, Callum, and then Veda topped it off with the 4th goal. like the performance was very, very good. And the thing is, sometimes I like as a Chelsea fan, whenever things are going very, very well, you think about you start thinking about what can go wrong, but it just looks like we are not stopping anytime soon. Like, and the way we win games with ease is very, very scary, to be honest. It's very scary because the way we played against Leicester was fantastic. Like we didn't even go into top gear in that game. We played as if we were playing training basically. No offense to Leicester or even to Juventus, but it just seemed like a walk in the park. And Juventus do the same thing. We started the game very, very well, and then it came back into it. And then when the second goal came, everything was just nullified. Like they weren't even trying anymore. But yeah, it was a very, very good performance, very, very good showing from all the boys. I can't really fault anybody today. Everybody did very, very well. And yeah, just hoping that we capitalize on that. And I think even if we win the next game and Juventus also wins, we are still qualifying because they'll use head to head. So with head to head, we're beating them 4-0. So we'll definitely qualify on top of them. So that's it.
Yeah, I mean, let's rewind all the way to the back to the start of the game. Honestly, we started off really strong, and we really wanted to score from minute one. I think the commentators mentioned how both teams could kind of just play it out and have a dead game and get a point each and go home. It concentrated on the weekend, but Chelsea were like, no, we're not having it tonight. The only drawbacks, I mean, from the game, as Amart said, nothing to point about in terms of player performances, but Kante going off as a precaution, it was kind of scary, and then Ben Chilwell as well. But yeah, that goal from Chalobah before those injuries happened, that went in, and
we got lucky, I'd say, because to be honest, I genuinely don't know how Rudiger's handball didn't disallow it. Because I mean, yeah, it's harsh, but I mean, the corner comes in, it comes off a Juventus player, he heads it on, and then it deflects onto Rudiger's, like, he has his arm in, I think, and then it just kind of hits that area and then rebounds out to Chalobah. So I think because of the rule changes, it got allowed. But yeah, we're on the right side of the football rules this time around.
But I
But
wasn't
yeah,
really sorry for cut, but I wasn't really, to be honest, I wasn't really worried when that went when it hit his arm because of the way his arm was positioned. His arm wasn't really out, like it was in a natural position. He just
yeah,
jumped like so. In actual fact, if his arms were not there to hit his chest, so yeah. So I really didn't see even before the replay, we all thought he chested it down, right?
yeah.
I think Dita even said he chested it down, but when we saw the replay, it hit his arm, and the referee, the VAR just, it was a very, very quick decision, so I wasn't really worried. But
It's just the inconsistency I found with it over the past couple of years, and it's like I never know really what to expect with with these anymore. Like we see them given and then see them not, and it's just I don't know what to believe. So I just think I genuinely was expecting it to get disallowed because just but then again, like you say, it's pretty natural position, and even if his arm wasn't there, he'd probably still chest it down to Chalobah. So yeah, great finish from though half volley top corner.
yeah,
Definitely
honestly,
good
it
standard for our defense.
it, it would have broken my heart to see Chalva celebrate so much, and then honestly being disallowed. And I think when the VAR check was going on, the camera panned to the referee and then him, and he was just looking in the air like, "Please, just let it be. Just let it be." I mean, he's already got what 3 goals this season, three or 4 goals this season, 2 in the Premier League, 1 in the Champions League. He's off to a flyer. I know we're having issues with getting contracts on the defense, but is he going to be the next Sean Terry? Is it too soon to say? But 4 goals, 3 goals already this season. I can't remember how many John Terry has, but give it a few years and he'll be competing.
yeah, I mean, like his performance today was just fantastic. Like I always compare him when it comes to defending with Thiago Silva. Like the composure this guy has on the ball, he doesn't really rush. With like Terry was very, very good, but Terry's composure is, I don't think it's nowhere close to Thiago Silva's. Like Thiago Silva has this kind of calmness whenever he's in any form of trouble. But with Terry, you know that he knows there's a danger and he goes for it. So you see it in his reaction. But and I see similarly, I see similar traits in Chalobah as well, like Thiago Silva. I don't know whether he's learning from Thiago Silva. I'm very, very sure he's learning from Thiago Silva, but I don't know that he's learning that composure from him. But it's just natural. It just comes to him natural. You see some positions where other defenders might pass back to the keeper, but he would take it on and take it away from the defender or give a pass diagonally or whatever it is, and just quench that threat. And yeah, his performance today was very, very good. Very, very. I'm just so happy for the boy.
Great transition, Amar. Thiago Silva, what a save! What a goal line clearance that was. I mean, I'm 19 and I can't do that. I go to bed every night thinking, oh, my back's gone. I can't move. And you've got Thiago Silva who's just put his body on the line, and he's just done that.
Oh man, dude, literally, I can't believe that. He's 37 years old. And he's sprinting to do a goal line clearance and then lands pretty much in the goal net or in a heap. Just unbelievable dedication, man. It's just can't really put it in. You can't really say anything better than that, really. He's just too. He has no right to be that good for a 37-year-old, and he's no right to be putting on his body on. Not even Terry was putting his body on the line like that at 37. So it's just it's ridiculous, and I know it's gonna hype him up a lot, but he's arguably, since Terry, probably the best pure centre back we've had, I think.
Yeah. Hardly that mistakes like man. The thing was that he was seasoned before he came. And he has done very, very well to us at Chelsea. I think he has even improved more in his game as well. So hardly that. I just love defenders who are very, very good at the same time. They don't do big mistakes, and yeah, it's just one of them.
Yeah, no, honestly, like him in a back three paired up with either of the defenders that we have is just incredible. And I know there's a lot of reports of Chelsea considering to give him a contract, whereas I honestly think Chelsea would love to give him a contract right now and there and then. And even though he doesn't get a lot of experience, I mean, playing time, maybe even this season or next season, he'll be more than happy to sit down and just give these guys his wisdom and then the defense and give them what he does. I mean, realistically, I would say the improvement that we've seen in the defense is because of him and as Pete, the experience these guys hold, and the way these guys defend. I think when you talk about some of the greatest defenders in this game, you have to put him right up there. With John Terry, I've suddenly just gone blank with some of the greatest defenders. Yeah. But yeah, it really is. And we're so lucky to have him. I mean, Maguire was 80 million and he was for free. So I'm not going to say too much. We're playing them.
Our entire defense, I think, costs pretty much as much as Harry Maguire. I think
it's less.
I think it's so. Alonso is probably the most expensive because he was about 22 million or something. But I guess you've got because Christian free,
Thiago Silva free,
Thiago Silva free, free. Rudiger was 30 million.
So it's 87 million for Rudiger, Christensen, Thiago Silva, Chalobah, Azpilicueta, Chilwell, and Reece James, and Maguire is 80. Oh.
Sure, but Chilwell was 50 alone. So
I mean,
Chilwell was 50.
I mean, he hasn't added on Alonso on the list.
Fair enough.
I think that's just from this game.
Yeah.
That's just from this game.
Yeah, that makes sense. All good. But yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's just the power of a manager who's just, I mean, as well as having great players, just a manager who's turned us into this absolute animal of a system. Like the system we have is just, it's unbeatable.
Pretty boring.
Except for West Brom. West Brom know how to beat it, but everyone else, no one else can figure it out. No one else can crack the three at the back, 3-4-3, except for West Brom. They know exactly. They see right through us. They see they see through our games.
I don't know why more managers won't contact their manager and just be like, what is the plan? What are you guys doing that we need to follow?
Or what if Michael Carrick's doing that right now? He's in contact with Slaven Bilic about arranging a
Slaven
one-game
Bilic has
loan.
got a board outside his office, and it just says £5 Tuchel's tactics. Just selling away tactics. No, but yeah, it's unbeatable. I mean, if you want some stats, here's some stats. 50 games Tuchel today he completed. We've kept 31 clean sheets and only conceded 24 goals, which is the least by any manager in the history of the Premier League or the top flight. And yet it's the high, I think the highest in Europe as well, or something like that. But we still have people say Chelsea play boring football. Whereas we've kind of scored, I think, even in our group, we've scored the most goals. We're the highest goal scorers in the Premier League. I don't know if there's a tally for Carabao Cup. That's something we might struggle in, but
I mean, if you have a team where defenders are scoring, that if our defenders altogether now have 16 goals this season, like if you have a team that defenders are scoring goals, can you call that team boring? You can't. You can't call that team boring.
I think what's best or what's changed as in terms of why Chelsea defenders score a lot of goals is the set pieces. We're so lucky to have Ziyech, Chilwell, Reece James, Mason Mount. All of these guys are such good crossers and Callum Hudson-Odoi and free kick takers that when you take, like, even today we took some great corners. I thought almost every corner in the first half was a great chance for Chelsea to kind of score it in.
I think almost all of them landed on the Chelsea head. Or I think almost all of them.
Yeah.
I saw almost all of them land on Chelsea, which is insane.
Yeah, like in terms of the way we use our height that the defenders have with Thiago Silva, with Rudiger, with Chalobah, it's incredible. And you're bound to score a goal every few games if you're having these many corners and you've got the height that you kind of need. I think all three of the defenders are 6 foot plus, which makes it a lot more easier. But yeah, no discredit from Chalobah. It was a great goal tonight from him, and then Thiago Silva with the great save first half. Second half, we did come out strong as well, I thought. I mean, I really thought, when that second goal went in, Reece James, I thought Chelsea were just going to sit back and just enjoy the rest of the game. Little did I know that by the time they were going to come back from replay, would score another goal within a minute or two.
I mean, the Reece James' right foot is so powerful, man. Like the way he even controlled that angle, the way Chesney was good in the game. Chesney also prevented us from scoring more goals. So it was very good in the game. But the way he took that ball down in the first place was very, very good. And then the way he struck it, and I like the kind of attitude he's also putting on. It's kind of like Ziyech is influencing him there, because the way he was just like this, he just knew he was a good player. He just knew what he has done. He has done a madness, and like the British people say. And yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like that goal was very, very good. Taken down very, very well. So much power behind it. You can't really do anything about it. And yeah, I think he almost even got a second, but Chesney twatted that. But yeah, the guy is so good, and he's on such a good run. I don't know. I honestly don't see any stopping from him. Like I don't even see him stopping or slowing down anytime soon. And that's one sad thing also about Chilwell going off, because him and Chilwell had this kind of run just going on. If he doesn't score, Chilwell scores. If he doesn't assist, Chilwell assists. That thing was going on, and Chilwell out. I hope he's not out for a long time. I don't know. I hope he's not out for it's not a long-term injury, but yeah, I hope they continue. They're to me, they're definitely the best fullbacks in the English Premier Leagues, the best in the world. Maybe you can do compare and contrast whatever it is, but in the Premier League for sure, they are the best.
Honestly, I completely agree. There is no debate in terms of what they're capable of doing, both of these guys, and that's why I think when Chilwell went off or when Chilwell was injured, I was like, got Man United next and then West Ham. We don't want to be dropping points on those when Man City have got easy opponents.
Because now Alonso is going to be running with Cristiano Ronaldo.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
We just have to pray. We just have to pray that he does.
No, Alonso masterclass coming in. Alex, is it time for his 3 or 4 good performances now, or?
Oh man, dude, I thought we were rolling it back to 2014 with Aspi playing on left wing back or playing on the left instead. I was really, really shocked, and I think if you so Tuchel did an interview after, and he explained it all, and he basically said he messed up, and that he was supposed to sub off Reece James, and then Chilwell got injured, so he was like, "Oh, we'll sub Aspi on anyway, but we'll put him on the left instead." So it wasn't intentional and it wasn't really planned, but he just kind of did it anyway because he wanted to play Aspi. So yeah, I do think Alonso will start against Man United, to be honest, and that doesn't fill me with with any happiness, to be honest, because we all know the stars are starting to align with that, with the new manager bounce and Anthony Taylor. So yeah, but then again, we've had our 4 games with a lot of good Alonso already, so I think we're pushing it. We're pushing it just a little bit in terms of how much we can make him work.
Alonso is going to come in and go on a 3-game run, just scoring like goal after goal after goal after goal. And then when Chilwell comes in, everybody will be like, "No, Alonso should play. Alonso should play."
I honestly don't mind that at all, because I mean, we generally do struggle with West Ham at their stadium, and then Man United just the media hyping them up after 2-0 win against Villarreal, where Ronaldo scored a goal from an error, basically, and everyone's calling it the revenge of the Europa League. Whereas just another game. They'll be humbled by Chelsea. They'll be humbled by Chelsea. I'm very confident in saying that. And yeah, other than that, Callum Hudson-Odoi, wow, just Tuchel.
Brilliant.
Why did you waste time on him? Like why?
It's because he's probably just getting him, like, you need that hunger to stay in the team and to play at that high level, and he's just really recently he's just looked up on another level. His finishing still needs work. Like, he had one chance today where he was put through by Georgie, and I mean, it was a difficult ball to take down and finish, but yeah, I don't think he's a great finisher yet, but everything else in terms of his dribbling was fantastic today, and he scares the living daylights out of any defender he comes up against. So it was a really great performance from him, and I'm so glad he got his goal as well, because and that was it was a decent finish with his left foot as well. So yeah, amazing to see him get his goal in the Champions League against such a great team as well.
Yeah,
a bit of Hazard vibes from Callum, sort of the way he runs and then draws fouls, or tries to go in between players. I don't know if you guys get that as well.
Yeah, but I think probably the difference is that Hazard succeeds like 90% of the time, and Callum succeeds like 60-70% of the time. But he's getting there. He's definitely getting there. And I think with his goal, I think Loftus-Cheek was just fantastic. Like the way he dribbled in that penalty box. Like, who does that? He dribbled 3 or 2 defensive defenders from Juventus, and then passed it to Callum, and Callum was there to just finish very, very well. So I mean, it's a Cobham thing again. Like the academy is just coming out in full force. And yeah, that was a very, very good goal. I was happy for him though when he scored. You could see the excitement on his face. And he was trying. He was trying a lot in the game, and it wasn't working for him. I think there was a chance that he got where he took too long to take a shot. It took too long, way too long to take a shot. And that's also one of the problems with him too as well. It's very indecisive when he gets there. But I've noticed that he's playing more direct now, which is helping him, and he's playing preferred position so he can grow there. Like little by little, people are seeing why Bayern Munich wanted him. So he's a very, very good player.
Yeah, no, completely agree with that. I mean, yeah, we've been saying that for a long time now that Callum should be playing in his natural wing position and rather than right wing back or left wing back, and he's shown it, he's proven it. I mean, we I don't think any of us have kind of missed out on Werner being injured or Lukaku being injured. I know a lot of fans were like, "Oh, what are we going to do? We've got our strikers injured." Didn't even phase us. We scored more goals without them than with them. And I'm not trying to hate on them or try and create drama here, but statistically, we scored more goals without them than with them. Which is quite interesting as well. Other than that, Ziyech, rough start, grew into the game, played quite well. Wouldn't give him the best of ratings. Could have been better. Could have scored that goal when Werner put him through. And as Amart said, Szczęsny was amazing tonight. He pulled off some great saves. Even though our goals looked amazing, he did pull off a few great saves to keep Juventus in the game for as much as he could.
Yeah, Ziyech could have got a goal where I think it was quite. Did you say it was? Yeah, it was quite towards the end of the game.
Werner wouldn't let him through.
Yeah, Werner played him through. So that, and then he tipped it wide. But yeah, Szczęsny did a good game, to be honest. He's definitely saved them on a couple of occasions. And Ziyech, yeah, like you're so right on that. That he was not the sharpest initially, but eventually, like he was making some really great passes and decisions, particularly towards the end of the game, and really should have scored, to be honest. But it's all good. It was a pretty solid performance from him. So no real complaints. And his corners and his set pieces were fantastic. His corner, like Mohammad, you said. So I'm just repeating at this point. You may be repeating everything you say. But yeah, his corners were absolutely brilliant tonight. And every single one looked like they looked really, really threatening. So on the whole, as a pretty solid day for him.
Yeah. He started I think the first 5 minutes, him and Pulisic were very, very sharp. They really wanted to get an early goal. The way he was feeding Pulisic in was very, very impressive. And then it died down a bit and in the first half. And I think it wasn't just him. I think we were giving the ball away. We were passing very well in the middle, but when we got to their half of their final third, we somehow give the ball away, and then that was it, the end of the attack. But the second half, we came out very, very strong, and he was also one of the players that came out very, very strong. I think he was one of our better players. It's not like there was any bad player, but he was one of the best players on the pitch, because most of the attack, if you watch, the most of the attack came from him. Like he started most of our attack play, because he was playing more in the central role than on the left or the right in the second half, which benefited him a lot. So yeah, he was impressive. Like you said, his set pieces, man, like he was so good. He could have had a lot of assists today if only our attackers kind of like placed or scored or whatever. Right? But yeah, he did very, very well. He did well in the second half, especially. He did well, and I mean, like the whole team was just. I don't even know how to say it in words, but the whole team was very, very good.
Yeah, they wanted blood. They wanted more goals and goals and goals. It was like at the end of the first half, Duke was like, "This, we need more. We need to firstly get ahead in the whole head-to-head record thing to make sure that if we do get the win against Zenit, that we do finish first." And we just took it to heart and played an absolute stink is the opposite of what we played. Played an absolutely amazing second half, and yeah, pretty much. I mean, it seems like it went so fast, but Reece James in that. I mean, I guess Loftus-Cheek as well. But one thing I really remember from that game from Loftus-Cheek was him losing the ball and then winning the ball back and then losing it.
He
His
lost
decision making was a bit weird in that.
He won it from the same player and he lost it to the same player.
It was a bit weird. Like there were a couple of times where he would just dribble past players, and then instead, when you think, "Oh yeah, pass it now. You've done your bit. Now I'll play it forward," and he would just stay on. And he would just kind of hold on to it for no reason, which is pretty frustrating. But he had a great assist for Cho's goals, so no complaints, none. Just
I think when we point out like the very minor errors that players made, and then realize, it was a 4-0 Champions League night.
Exactly right. Yeah,
you kind of just overthrow it. Yeah. I can't remember anything else in the game. Kante injured. Well, not injured, but supposedly Tuchel kind of said that he wanted to make sure that everything was fine and not risk a long-term injury. So we'll probably hear from that by Friday and see if he's available. Ben Chilwell kind of seemed like he's not going to be available, at least for this game, and probably even the next Champions League game before he can come back. But we'll probably hear more on that on Friday. Other than that, Man United, tough game, man, and probably the most toughest part is one of the greatest players of all time, Anthony Taylor. What are we going to do about that?
I mean, I hear that name and then I don't know. I just go into a bad mood all of a sudden. But the last game he officiated against us, like you said, he was in a good mood. So we have to find out what put him in a good mood in the first place, and then get him back in that good mood. So I mean, if we play well, you see, the thing with Anthony Taylor is we shouldn't let our win or our loss.
Didn't let him officiate Chelsea games. End of discussion.
But I mean, like we shouldn't let the final decisions of our win or our losses fall on him. We should score goals. That's the thing. We should score clear-cut chances. So if we get chances, we need to finish them. We need to bury them. At the end, if we are able to finish our chances, he's not going to take. He can't take away goals from us. He can take decisions against us, but he can't take goals away from us. So we need to score goals. When it comes to Anthony Taylor, we need to score goals. So I think the other teams know that, so they play extra defensive against us, cause a lot of problems, and then they know that it will go against Chelsea, and we are playing Man United. Like in the past 3-4 seasons, like we've not had good decision making from referees when it comes to Man United. Like they get away with so much. They get away with the law when they play Chelsea. So it's definitely worrying. But the way we are playing now, man, like our defense is locked. So I know for a fact that it will be very difficult for us to concede goals. But we need to score. We need to bury any chance we get.
Yeah, I mean, it's a new manager bounce, Man United, with a Mancunian ref. What like, there's not much else we can really. We just got to be ourselves, to be honest. Play like we're in such great form. We played Leicester away, we did amazing. We played Juve at home, we did amazing. There's no reason why we can't just carry that forward. But yeah, at the same time, we can't allow for an off day. We absolutely have to be at our best, because that's what's going to take. Because Man United, we never beat Ole in the Prem at all in his campaign. So we haven't actually beaten Man United in the Premier League in, I think it's since Morata's goal in 2018.
That header.
2017.
Yeah,
the header. So it's literally been 4 years in the Premier League since we last beat them. So yeah, it would be a great time to start now, and we're in such a strong moment. But it's going to be weird as to whether we start our strikers or not, because we just seem to play infinitely or not. No, we play a lot better without our strikers for some weird reason. But I guess the game's the game, so Do you play Lukaku against his old club?
I think I would.
I would. Yeah, I would. I think so. He'll be paying for the blood, just like when he played us for Everton. He got his goal, and I think he'd do exactly the same to Man United with a point to prove. So I would start him against United as well.
I think Lukaku's big enough to like not fit in either Varane or I don't know if Varane's going to play or Maguire's pockets.
Yeah. Maguire's suspended.
Oh, Maguire. Yeah, Maguire. Oh, yeah. No, forgot about that. But
and Varane is injured, so none of them.
I'm guessing Lindelof is going to play.
I think it should have been even better with Maguire there because.
No, I mean, yeah, I think I would start him. And I would. The main reason would be I looked like if you look at Christian Pulisic's performance tonight, wasn't up to par or wasn't the greatest. And if we're gonna let Pulisic play, I might as well let Lukaku play as a natural striker, if he's ready, or Werner. Clearly, because I think he would have more impact than what Pulisic had today, at least as a striker role. I don't know how Pulisic would have played on the wing. Even though he played really well against Leicester City, I just think Lukaku. It's a game that has Lukaku all over it. I mean, we've got two of the best players from Serie A playing against each other from last season. I mean, Lukaku and Cristiano Ronaldo. So I would stick him up there. And Ronaldo's record against Chelsea isn't that good. So Alonso, hope you're listening to this and know what you're doing. He's got one goal in I think 7 matches or something.
Yeah. I would definitely start Lukaku if he like you said, if he's fit and he's ready. Yeah, like start him. He has to start. But I wouldn't also mind playing Werner too as well. If Lukaku isn't ready, put Werner in there and then put Havertz next to him. But Havertz playing as a striker sometimes it really doesn't work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And we don't want like a sometimes issue with Man United. We have to go there and beat them. We have to beat them at Stamford Bridge. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing Werner, but if Lukaku is fit, definitely start Lukaku.
Yeah, I don't know about Werner, to be honest, mainly because I think Man United will sit back for most of the game and counter attack. So Werner's not the best. When he came on in this one, there wasn't really any. When he came on against Juventus, there wasn't really any space behind for him. And whenever he got on the ball, he carried it a little bit, but he wasn't particularly fast, and he didn't really do anything with the ball. It was his off the ball movement and his to get that goal. Sorry, it was his off the ball movement that got him the goal. So, I'm not amazingly convinced by him from judging from his recent performances, but it seems like right now I'd just save him for whenever we play Man City. He's like the ultimate Man City counter in the getting him behind against the high press team. But I think Lukaku is probably the best choice against United.
I think. Sorry, go for it.
Yeah, I'm just saying that he's our second choice striker. So if Lukaku isn't there to be weird playing Havertz as a striker instead of Werner, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to add on and say the same thing. I think I would go with I would still probably nudge Werner over Pulisic. I would still go Lukaku, Werner, and then Pulisic as a striker role. Because I don't think we've got many options. Callum Hudson-Odoi's got to start. Callum Hudson-Odoi has got to start, and then you kind of have to choose between Ziyech and Pulisic. And then when you're doing that, you kind of think, okay, Ziyech had a better performance. I can't remember. Did Callum play on the right today? I think he did.
I think he was on the left because Ziyech was on the right.
Yes, yeah. I might just play Lukaku, Ziyech, and Callum.
Yeah. Because if you play Werner, then that means you're putting Callum on the right. If you play Pulisic as well, it means you're displacing either Werner or Pulisic, because these two players like to operate on the left. So like you said, put maybe Callum on the left, Ziyech on the right, if Werner doesn't play.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I mean, in terms of midfield, depending on what Kante is feeling like, how Kante is feeling like, I would give Mount, and this is a tough one because Jorginho played really well as well. I thought Ruben Loftus-Cheek played really well as well. So it's a tough one in midfield. Maybe bench Mount.
Yeah, I don't think Mount's going to be. I mean, he's not really been used under Tuchel with like as part of those midfield, as part of that midfield pairing yet, or I can't really remember any time he has. So the way I see it, I mean, Kovacic is still out, I think. So it's got to be Georgie and Loftus-Cheek, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And then slip Kante in if he's available, which would be the perfect kind of situation. Yeah. And then I wouldn't change anything about the back four or Mendy.
Or five. Yeah, I mean, I bet Alonso, I think, unfortunately, or depending on your outlook, fortunately.
It's a masterclass. I'm calling it right now. It's a masterclass.
So, yeah, he comes in and then the rest you don't change. I know I feel a bit sorry for Christensen sometimes because Chaloba's come in and just kind of, or he's playing. Christensen's not like playing every single game, which is all right. It's fine. It's just this period right now. Chaloba's playing absolutely amazing. So yeah, just don't change it. You really don't need to change much from the team.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it's going to be an Alonso masterclass. We're calling it right now. Yeah. Alonso to score a belter of a free kick, right on the outside of the box. If that goes in.
Sorry, did you see the goal that Sancho scored today though?
Yeah, did.
I thought he's going up against Alonso next time.
yeah, that's the thing. See, with Alonso is the pace. Then his defensive work is good. His defensive work is very, very good. His offensive work is also very good. But the thing is that the shifting between the two. What we get from Chilwell that we don't get from Alonso is that with Chilwell when he's playing, he's all over the pitch and he has the pace to run at anybody. He's fast. So if you're fast, he will also prove to you that he can keep up with you. But Alonso, if he's faced with fast, but there was something I noticed whenever Alonso plays. It's not the same with Chilwell, but I noticed that whenever Alonso plays, there's more support around him than with Chilwell. And I think it's because Tuchel knows that he has that issue with his pace. So anytime he's I think we played against Liverpool and I saw that a lot. Anytime he was next to any of the fast-paced Liverpool players, there was support. There were other players that were there with him to be able to take the pressure off him. And I'm hoping that happens this time. And yeah,
I'm gonna go bold here, and I'm gonna make a prediction. I don't know how far is it gonna be true or not, but I think the game's gonna go either way. It's gonna be Chelsea dominating full 90 minutes, 4-0, 5-0 game, battering Man United. Or they get a lucky penalty. Bruno Fernandes is going to score it, and Anthony Taylor absolutely gets violated after the game.
I think the latter, to be honest. Too easy. It would be too easy. It would be too easy to destroy Man United at home. We've never done it before. We haven't done it since Conte, and that would be too easy. So I'll wait to be surprised, and hopefully a good surprise.
Yeah, no, honestly, exactly. I mean, did we? I think we did win the last game. Anthony Taylor was refereeing.
Yeah. Wait, no, it was Man City.
Was it?
No,
okay,
it was
great.
West Ham, or was it West Ham? Yeah, you're right. Actually.
No, I think we did. We broke the course. We broke the
curse.
It was that game though. I think I said that maybe his wife gave him a good night.
I think. I can't remember. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's not fun. It's not fun. The record I remember, it was like 11 games, 2 wins or something for Chelsea, but it's quite horrendous. We're gonna. I think if we do lose, let's look at the other scenario. If we do lose, and Man City,
Brentford. Sorry, it was Brentford.
So if we do lose Man City, play West Ham, who are going to be on a high on a confidence. They've just beaten Liverpool a week back or 2 weeks back. And if they beat Man City, we play them next. So it's like this could be a dream run for them and David Moyes. And I wouldn't write it off. I would say West Ham have still got a chance. So worst comes to worst, if Man City lose, it's a win-win situation for both of us.
Yeah, definitely. I think basically we have to win. Well, if we win, all worries go out the window. We don't really care what the other teams do because we are leading the charts. But yeah, we definitely have to try and win the game. And like you said, if City loses, we get advantage definitely. Liverpool lose, we get advantage definitely. But yeah, the main thing is just winning. We have to win. Like I remember seeing. I think it's still there, but anytime we post, anytime the Chelsea admin posts like the lineup or something, people don't talk about lineup. They just put just win, go there, win. And that's what I'm saying now. Just win.
No, I think with Tuchel coming in, every lineup that's announced, people are so confident in his decisions where they'd go, oh, Callum's playing, oh, it's going to be fine. It's Tuchel. Tuchel's going to manage it. Whereas it wasn't the case like this before, where you would pick out every single, like, why is Loftus-Cheek playing there? Why is Callum Hudson-Odoi playing? Why not this guy? Why not that guy? And I think that's just what Tuchel's done. He's just kind of shown that all 25, 26 players in the squad are capable of playing every single game week in, week out. And I think he's managing time as well really well. He's managing rotation well as well, making sure players are not getting injured. I know we've got a few injuries tonight, but that's not kind of his fault. And I think right now, it just, even if it does go downhill for Chelsea, we can't blame him for anything, and we can't kind of say anything to anyone. That's the first loss that we might have, or we're thinking of since, I guess, Man City, which was almost 2 months ago now. We haven't lost a game in 2 months.
2 months? It feels like 2 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind 2 years, but 25th of September, I think we lost the last one.
It feels like a long time ago since we lost. But
yeah.
So we just have to continue the momentum and just continue winning.
Do what we did before. Do what we did tonight. Easy peasy win. No problem. No questions asked. Just another Reece James masterclass and
Alonso masterclass.
Alonso masterclass. Yeah. Reece James almost scored from the free kick as well. He had a free kick that was a decent shot on target, but Alonso would have scored it. So I think next time.
Nothing matches Alonso.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's weird how we don't really have a good, like, I would have thought like Ziyech would have taken that kind of mantle of taking free kicks and actually scoring, but he also misses the mark quite a bit. But I think apart from Alonso, I can't think of Mount. Like the last time Mount scored was 2 seasons ago, a free kick, right? That was 2 seasons ago.
Last game of the season.
It's apart from that, like Alonso is our free kick scorer, not even the taker, like scorer. He scores it, but we need to have more. I don't know. Are they practicing? Are they like they need to practice more? And we need to have more of them.
I just think we don't need it. I mean, we've been scoring so many goals from set pieces that why go for the direct shot when you can kind of just pass it around and create a good enough chance for maybe one of the defenders to come in and steal it away. But I will add on again, Alonso is scoring a free kick and teaching Ronaldo how it's done. Against Man United, and Anthony Taylor will be like, how can I disallow that? But nothing's going to happen. Kind of anything that we're kind of missing out on. I doubt that we've not covered anything. We've went from Cobham being the best academy in the world to Man United's greatest player, Anthony Taylor, and Cristiano, which is probably going to be like in Reece James's pocket the whole game. But yeah, pretty much that's it for the podcast. I mean, Chelsea 4-0 against Juventus, Man United next, and then Zenit, and then I think West Ham. So tough games ahead for Chelsea. Nothing to be taken lightly. It's just something special is happening at Chelsea, and it's been a long time since I've said that, so I had to bring it in. And yeah, then Champions League, Premier League, bring it all. We're up for it this year. Truly acting like proper champions in a strong squad. So very exciting to see what's next for Chelsea. Other than that, Alex is looking forward to getting to bed, so I'll wrap it up quick.
Very much. I'm so close.
Right, okay. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow all of our social media pages. We're going to be uploading a lot of content on there, as well as our second channel, CFC Chats. Yeah, pretty much it for the episode. We'll see you next time.